Welcome to this Last Mile Profits video, the last word on the last mile. If you're interested in finding out who the Amazon logistics of the Balkans is, stay tuned to this Last Mile Profits to find out more. Experience the future of convenience with modern Expo parcel lockers. Cutting-edge innovations that bring parcel delivery to a fundamentally new level. Follow the link in the description to find the best solution for your business. Gary, when were you last in Bulgaria or Romania?
I was last in Romania, I would say 4 years ago, because I was working for PayPoint, who operate the Collect Plus Pudo network, and at the time, the only overseas operation they had was PayPoint Romania, and PayPoint Romania is actually a bigger brand in Romania than PayPoint is in the UK, which I found staggering.
Well, I'll add something. I've visited PayPoint as well in Romania, but today it's not about PayPoint. We're going to talk about same day. Now, same day is pretty interesting. It's actually a very large courier operator, which actually primarily delivers next day, but it also has same day parcels. And what's most relevant, surprise, surprise, that's why I want to talk about it, is that they're a really big player in the locker space. And why did I ask about Bulgaria, Romania? I could have added Hungary. It's because I think they're the best thing that's been happening in Southeast Europe. I'm a little bit biased because LME have helped them develop, but this is an amazing story. For those of you who were at Parcel and Post Expo last year, you'll have heard it, that within 3 years, these guys developed a dominant national network. Not only did they do that, but they did it profitably. So they've done that in Romania, and they are developing exactly the same in Bulgaria and in Hungary. And what I think, Gary, is interesting is that that part of the world is not generally, understood so well. Most often you get people, I've seen it before, some big retailers saying, look, if you can just deal with it, we'll do a bulk deal. But it's actually a lot more developed than people would think. And I know that it's not an area that you've looked at so much, Gary, but, as someone who hasn't seen it, what would have been your sort of stereotype views and thoughts? That'd be quite interesting, I think.
Well, I mean, obviously, I've not been to Hungary, but my kind of views would be you're more in the kind of state-operated type mechanism where you're more queuing, you're going to the post office. It's very, very much more manual, even to the point where you're paying cash on delivery for things, and that the kind of slick automation or the hands-off approach that you see in the kind of Western Europe just hasn't reached there yet. But again, I'm falling into stereotype.
Well, but actually, you know what? Certainly in terms of Romania and Bulgaria, I think most Bulgarian and Romanian customers would agree with you that the post needs, delicately speaking, a bit of investment and automation. What I do remember, which is quite interesting in Romania, is that same day sister company, eMAG, which is the sort of Amazon of that area, they did a deal with a post where you could actually, they had their own window, as it were, in post offices. But you're absolutely right. I think that the customer experience is really poor, and that's probably one of the things that has driven, on one hand, the need for eMAG to offer these courier services through, shall we say, a safe, tested sister company, same day. Hungary is a little bit different because Hungarian Post has had quite a lot of support, I suspect, from Mr. Orban, and they've invested. And although, as with all posts, they have some challenges, I think it's less obvious difference between the two. But I think what will be interesting is how Europe will develop, because you've got big players like DPD, which cover the whole of Europe. GLS not far behind. You've got InPost that is trying to make inroads. You've got Vinted, who actually, let's watch this space, we'll see how they develop. And then you've got DHL, who I think got a patchwork of partnerships and acquired companies. On the other hand, you've got e-commerce players like Allegro, which is the big Polish e-commerce that have started their own logistics competence. You've got eMAG and Same Day. You've got Amazon Logistics. I wonder whether at some stage there's not going to be some kind of alternative e-commerce related, should we say, coverage of Europe. What do you reckon?
Well, it could be. Could we see the impost of Southeast Europe? My daughter just come back from Budapest. She went on a little holiday, and because she's weird, like the rest of us, was sending me photographs of lockers, fox lockers she saw in Hungary, which I'd never heard of. So maybe there is a move to consolidate some of these regions, because the intra-logistics between these countries is going to be strong as well, and the desire for moving stuff in and out. So will that create the opportunity that somebody comes in with a good customer experience, fast delivery, slick handover, safe and reliable, and that allows them to steal a march on some of the more established players?
Well, let's look at how it develops. For now, I'm cautiously optimistic, and Lucian and the whole same day team, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you guys that they're going to be the player that dominates that part of the world. They've done it in Romania. Let's see how it goes further. But if anyone's got again any interesting stories from, is it called the Western Balkans? Is that what it's called?
Balkan states.
I was thinking Western because that includes Turkey, doesn't it? The Balkans
Um,
overall.
I'm not sure, but I think Balkan is Romania and Bulgaria,
Well, all
definitely.
right. So Balkans and Hungary. If anyone's got any interesting pictures, maybe of lockers, yeah, there is Fox Post. There's Paqueta. There's Same Day. I think they call them Easy Box. They're ones. Magyar Posta has got some stuff. And in Romania, I think there's Fan and Cargus have lockers as well. So and so that Bulgaria is not left out. You're going to be impressed with my knowledge here. I think Econ have some, but not too many. Definitely, DPD have some through their company Speedy.
You're out on a limb here, Marek, and I'm not coming out there with you. So you've exceeded my knowledge by tenfold.
Finally, at last. Well, look. Hopefully, you've enjoyed this one. Well, if people are interested, we can talk a little bit more in detail about that part of the world. But thanks very much, Gary. I think it was great to have a chat about something a bit different today. Looking forward to comments. Thanks for watching this Last Mile Profits video. For more up-to-date last mile news and analysis, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn.